Almost forgot. Welcome back to a brand new video to talk individual program, service experience. I talk about how they will remove certain things, particularly depending on how they targeted me. So again, when I talk about silent sound spectrum, see, they want to keep manipulating people into believing that these things don't exist, right? So what they will do, like tonight, is the so-called send the subliminal threats with the ambulance and stuff like that. Then I get from my bed and I'll show you guys how they put a blue ball in the grass. All right, because again, I talk about green represents money, right, and the fact that the targeting that they've done to me, the disabling of particularly my back, and the fact that they're constantly trying to take my disability because I keep exposing what it is that they're doing. So they have a vested interest in silencing me, and we know that when they can't silence you, right? Eventually, they'll try to destroy you, right? So they'll try to take away your resources. They were using the homeless theme also today. I forgot about that too. Um, so you'll start to see these things in the homeless theme. They engaged in when with the bus stop, that one bus stop that I didn't get off at, and they had a homeless guy sitting at the bus station, the bus stop on the bench, and you have the perps on the bus will look at the homeless guy and then turn around and look at me, that sort of thing. These are the that was just a game in the background that I bought for like $6. Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Wildlands, you know. But anyhow, so this is what they'll do. They'll lie, they manipulate, and because again they understand a believer's mindset, right? That they can manipulate them. So anybody that comes to speak the truth, they're going to attack them. So one of the things that they will do, like I said, when I get in the house, particularly, for example, I talk about how they had removed the spoons, right, which is the fork like this. They literally, there's a spoon that I use just like that. You usually put like a teaspoon of sugar or 2 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee or in my tea, right? Depends. And whenever I would pick up that spoon or fork of that particular style, particularly it has a black handle and a silver and black, they are constantly using their sirens, right? And again, this is due to the remote neural monitoring. So it literally affects them negatively after engaging in heavy remote neural monitoring and using the sirens, again, hijacking my consciousness. It affects them. So what they do is that they remove certain things. So because again, it affects them, right? So whenever I wear certain colors, when they use certain colors and I start wearing certain colors, it affects them. So it nullify their attack in a certain way. So for example, they target me with the color black and I go wear a black shirt the next day, it nullifies what it is that they're trying to do. If they wear color red, it nullifies that. If I wear the same color, if they wear the color green or what have you, right? It nullifies it, depending on what type of subliminal message they're trying to send you. So I got in the house, I went to warm some food, and the microwave dish cover is gone. Now it's a clear microwave dish cover. Now the reason why, again, because they hear them dropping the whatever it is that they drop on the floor, because I'm exposing what it is that they're doing. So I talk about whenever I pick up certain things, how they will send me a transmission, and sometimes when some things are being said, they will send an underline under transmission. So it's something that may sound similar, but it's not the same. All right. So when I talk about going to the microwave, open up the microwave, close the microwave, they'll use your president department will use their sirens, because the microwave, when you look at the color of the numbering, right? That gives you the time or what have you, it's green. All right. When I talk about radio wave and microwave frequency, because again, when I talk about particularly vibrational acoustic weapons, which is again the radio wave and microwave frequency spectrum, sound wave, and how they can use it to rattle your bones. And that's what's happening to me. And that's how they disable my back. All right. And they're constant trying to silence me. And if you go look at the definition of a coercive persuasion program, what are the 7 tactics and methods that they use. Go and look it up. I'm not going to go into a big discussion on that. But anyway, so because the mic, see what happened when I would take the microwave cover off, or put it on a plate to put it in the microwave, take it out of the microwave, right? Normally, when you do that, you don't, you don't say like, "Oh, microwave cover" in your mind. You just do it because it's there. Like you don't even call it out like clear or blue or green, right? But when you're targeting your program, you say these things. So when you look at a color, you're calling out the color, even though you know it's red. But in your mind, you're constantly repeating the name of the color, right? Because that's how they condition you, right? That is how they program you, right? And then cause an association using dark NLP, anchors and triggers. When you know these things, like I said, and they try very hard to silence me, like I said, you will never silence me. I don't care if you make me homeless. I don't care if you assassinate me. I don't care whatever the hell that you take everything from me. You will not silence me. And this is what they don't like, because people in power, people who have the ability, the resources, the knowledge to manipulate each and every one of us, either on an individual level or as a group, when you start to expose what it is that they've been doing, because they felt that you were a sheep, right? Because of their ignorance, of their arrogance, right? Because they believed, because they had the knowledge, they had the technology, that they can continue to manipulate us. But the ancestors that lives within each and every one of us as black people, they're special, and they know that. So when they tell us lie about how the people who they brought to the Western Hemisphere during the transatlantic slave trade were people who didn't know anything, no, these are the people who knew everything. These are the people who knew how to cultivate a land that they couldn't cultivate. These are the people who showed them how to inoculate themselves against infectious diseases. These are the people who are highly skilled and highly intelligent, that they invented the majority of the things that we use today in America. So stop letting them, stop believing in their lies and know the truth. Okay? So there you go. Back to the microwave thing. So because the microwave dish is clear, like I said, they will always use manipulation when they talk about BCI and being used for crime. No, they create the crime. They are the ones that are creating the crimes. They are the ones that are manipulating us. But they're not going to use. There's no one above them to say, "Let me BCI their asses." All right, let me take whatever it is that they have from them while they engage in such behavior. They're unethical, they're wicked, and they're evil. And we listen to them because we believe. But we have to stop believing and start knowing. And like I said, I am not afraid to die for what I know. Okay? And I'm showing them every single day when I get up and then I go do what I need to do with my kids. And on top of that, I talk about the manipulation of my children. My daughter, for example, whenever I tell her to go read, or before it was not a problem. Now, she doesn't want to. She'll sit there and she'll cry. Oh, I hear they're using the sirens now. Yes. Today, I had her, because she was home, so I told her for 2 hours I had bought her these two middle school books, one for math and one for reading, ELA. And I said, for 2 hours, 1 hour on the math and the other on the reading. As soon as I sat her down at her desk and put the books in front of her, all of a sudden I got a pain. All of a sudden I'm sleepy. So I let her go sleep. Woke up, put her down again. Sleeping, crying. All right? If you think that these people are not evil enough to condition our children to not want to learn by manipulating their mind. And if you're a believer, then you're a fool and you're destroying your children. You're destroying their generation and their future children's generation. All for the fact that you want to continue to believe in a lie instead of knowing the truth of what these people have been doing. And the fact that they can get you to agree with the genocide of another group of people based off of your ignorance and how they use your belief in their Bible to manipulate you. All right, by you associating the land of Israel, as it is today, with the biblical people in your Bible, because Israel in your Bible is not a land. It is not a geographical location. It is the name of a people, and that is, they are not the descendant of those people. Okay, understand that. All right, talk to you guys in the next video.